special broadcast today. It is special because we are always looking at critical things that affect every one of us, especially those ones who always are against what we're doing. Thank you so much. Welcome to Biafra Global Network. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and today we're going to be looking at something very, 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 very important that has to do with the reasoning faculty of our people. We know that basically, of course, we all can testify that those who are always against what we are doing as Biafrans are always few. They are very, very few. But we, as culture and our tradition is, we always want to do everything that would carry everybody along and make sure that at least we save those who can be saved, and those who will be damned. Because whenever you preach a gospel, it does two things: it saves those who should be saved, and those who refuse to be saved or who don't accept being saved becomes condemned by that same gospel. So the gospel of Biafra is meant to do two things. Aside that it decimates, yes, we know it decimates our enemies, it destroys them and casts them away and cause them to be ended. That's those ones who are not part of us. But for those people who are so-called Biafrans and who become enemies, what it does is that it also, condemns them and puts them where they belong. That is why we keep preaching the gospel, so that we will always remove the guilt of not doing it from our heads, and so that their blood will not be on our head. That is just like what God told Jeremiah, and also have always told the people. Welcome to this broadcast. My name is Kelechi Ambrose, and please, before I go on, I want you to please click the like, the subscribe button on this channel, and then share this video far and wide, so that people can also hear this gospel and also become knowledgeable about what we're doing. Share this video on your social media platforms, every of your social media platforms. Send it directly to people you know should receive this gospel of redemption, which is gospel of Biafra, from the kingdom of God, or from the throne of grace, or from the throne of God. Now remember also that we are getting close to our freedom, to our our independence, our total liberation. We are already on the path of it, and we are already on the way. We have been overcoming obstacles and bringing down strongholds, bringing down mountains, and all of that. And so now we are close, very, very close. We have a few months to go, and everything will be over. And that is why we keep preaching, talking to you, making sure that you get yourself together and also prepare your mind to this great redemption, this great process of our freedom. Today we're looking at the IQ level of those people who call themselves one Nigerianists, or those people who who are mongers of election. Of course, they are also one Nigerianists, and then even if some of them say they are Biafrans, they actually are doing what they are doing because they believe that once they get an Igbo man to be president, automatically they have prepared the way for Biafra to come. And it is so unfortunate, anyways, that people can have this level of thinking. And that is why we have to measure the level of their IQ. We want to help them to reason. And that is why in this class, we want to lay down some facts that will help them reason very well. Now, the facts we're going to be laying down here are going to be very simple facts. I don't want to go into complex explanations, details, and, jumbling, and things that will make them confused. I want to be as simple as I can be, so that they can use the information here critically. One thing is important in communication. When you are communicating, you must make sure that what you are saying can actually make meaning to the person who is listening. You must come to the level of their thinking, the level of their reasoning, so that they will be able to understand the concept and the approach and where you're coming from. That is why I'm going to be making this analysis and this broadcast very as simple as it should be, so that our people can reason very well. The IQ level of one Nigerianists, the IQ level of election mongers, the IQ level of saboteurs. Very, very critical, very, very important. But of course, one thing that makes us human is because we have the soul, And in the soul realm, we have the reasoning, we have of course, we have our mind. And on the realm of our mind, we are talking about the functionality of the mind, the ability to reason, the emotional capacity, and all that intellectual capacity and other aspects of the mind. And all of these make us factually beings that can operate in multifaceted dimension. And of course, please mind me, I'll try to be as simple as I should be, as I have said, because for us to be able to really get those who are not reasoning very well to come to the point of reasoning, we have to make sure that our language actually means something to them. Now, my concern here is that most times we see these one Nigerianists and these people who are clamoring for election, or those people who are sabotaging, coming boldly, to express their level of thinking. And one fact that they don't know is that, and one thing that people should know anyways, let me not talk about they don't know. And one fact people should understand is this: whenever you come out to make a statement, or whenever you come out to take an action, what that does is that it reveals two things: how intelligent you are, and also who you are. These are the two facts it reveals. So whenever you are taking any action in life, know that you are revealing two things. Every action you take reveals two things: how intelligent you are and who you are. These are the two facts it reveals. And when it comes to the level of how intelligent you are, it tells us how effective you can manage who you are. Because the only way we know who you are is to understand how intelligent you are. And in the realm of understanding how intelligent you are, we know how you can manage who you are. So to know who you are, definitely, we have to know how you can manage who you are. And how do we know how you manage who you are? By issues, by circumstances, by the situations, by actions and reactions and things that come your way, and how you are able to handle these things. So I can't talk about who you are without understanding how you manage situations and how you deal with situations, because it's in the realm of how you do these things that I begin to understand how capable your competence, or your strength, your capacity, your resilience, your zest, and your approach to life. Yes, we know that, of course, as human beings, we are not always perfect. We are not perfect. In fact, it's not always. We're not perfect. We have times where we become emotionally beclouded. Our minds become so we become emotionally beclouded in our reasoning that sometimes we take emotional actions, without reasoning them through, based on the fact that sometimes we get pushed to the wall, or get frustrated, or we get hoodwinked, or we get ignorant about some things, or we allow ourselves to be carried away by some circumstance, or we are so pained about a particular circumstance that we take irrational decisions, that will not help us actually achieve what we want to achieve. And in the long run, we have to fight to correct these anomalies, and fight to see how we can, restore sanity to our ways and our path. Yes, of course. Basically, of course, we understand that the only person who is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent is God, and He's the one, the Creator. He's the only one who can be perfect. But at a point, of course, and He expects us to understand a level. At least He expects us to operate on a level, a capacity that projects we're intelligent. That is why the word intelligence is very critical and important. And what do we talk about when we talk about intelligence? We're talking about intelligence. When we talk about intelligence, we're talking about your ability to express wisdom, your ability to express the facts, the facts that the capacity, the things that and then the understanding you have about what and then your ability to utilize what you understand effectively. That makes you intelligent, and so these are the things we're looking at now. We know that the issue that has to do with Biafra is jumbled with so many diverse approach, many diverse corners where people come in to try to to operate in it in the way they understand it. And of course, in the we that are or in the mood to pilot mood that operate in that dimension, we have a level of understanding that we're able to analyze situations and analyze them critically well also. And we do this, these are very, very important. We want to look at what these people, are into, understand